Hello, Jared, and welcome everyone to Vibrations and Manifestation.
Hi, Alicia. Great to be here. Today, we are going deep. We're exploring one of the most powerful and I think one of the most misunderstood concepts in manifestation.
We're talking about the art of surrender.
We're calling this deep dive Allowing the Unfolding, Why Surrender Accelerates Manifestation.
And before we really get into the mechanics of it, I think we should talk about the energetic season we're in.
That's a great point because we have people listening from literally all over the world.
Exactly. So some of you might be in the middle of summer, long sunny days, lots of outward energy.
But when we talk about a season here, we're not really talking about the weather outside.
No, not at all. We're talking about an energetic season, an internal cycle that, we all move through.
And for today, we're calling this the energy of winter.
It's that symbolic time, a phase of life that invites deep rest, reflection, softening.
And trust. It's really the season for cultivating trust, and most importantly, it's the season of surrender.
Right. And you can feel when your soul is entering this phase, even if your calendar is completely packed, it's that nudge from life to slow down.
You go deeper.
To become more intentional about what's happening on the inside, not just what you're doing on the outside.
And this whole idea of this shift into a slower, deeper way of being, it really forces us to question a core belief we all grow up with.
Oh, absolutely. The belief that effort equals progress.
The hustle, the grind, the need to force and control everything because we're terrified that if we just relax for a second,
It'll all fall apart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that mindset, I mean, it might work for building a piece of furniture, but for energy, for vibration,
It's like pouring sand in the gears. It creates so much friction, it actively pushes away the very thing you're trying to call in.
so the truth we're presenting today feels a little counterintuitive.
Very. It's that surrender is not weakness. It's not passive. It's actually a form of incredibly powerful active wisdom.
I love that framing
Yeah.
because it really shifts the feeling of it. It's not defeat, it's a conscious choice, a strategic move.
And if we want to get really precise, the definition of surrender in this context is it's the exact moment you stop creating the resistance that is blocking what you've already asked for.
That's it. The resistance is the key. You've put the order in, but your fear, your need for control, it's like you're standing in the doorway blocking the delivery person.
You're not letting them in.
So, to start this deep dive, let's just invite that energy of allowing in. Wherever you are, just soften a little.
Take a slow breath.
Let your shoulders drop down from your ears, and let's just agree to explore this season of receiving.
Our big question for today is, what does it truly mean on an energetic level to allow instead of to push?
I think the best way to start is with a story, a personal one, a time where I learned this lesson the hard way. It's such a clear example of how that desire to make something happen can just curdle into pure, exhausting pressure.
And those moments are the best teachers, aren't they?
They really are.
Because they show you how sneaky the ego is. You think you're just being diligent. You think you're on top of things.
But really, you're trying to micromanage the entire universe.
Exactly.
So this was about a year ago. I was manifesting this huge professional collaboration, something I had wanted for months. I did all the things, visualized it, scripted it, spoke about it like it was already done.
You put the order in.
I put the order in.
Yeah.
And the initial contract came through. I was over the moon.
Of course.
But then the fear crept in. The fear of losing it.
Yeah.
The fear that the process would just stop.
That's the pivot point right there. The moment the energy shifts from inspired hope to desperate fear. What did that look like for you? What were the behaviors?
The gripping was.
Yeah.
It was relentless. I turned into the most anxious and, frankly, most useless project manager for my own life.
I think we can all relate to that.
The root of it was a total lack of trust in that space, space between asking and receiving. I started treating the universe like a bad internet connection.
Like you had to keep hitting refresh.
Literally, I was refreshing my inbox every 2 minutes. I was convinced that if I didn't see an update immediately, the whole thing would just evaporate.
That constant checking is such a perfect physical sign of fear. It's a statement, really. It says, I have to control the timeline or this won't happen.
That's exactly what it was. And it wasn't just the tech. The internal chatter was. It was toxic. I was analyzing every tiny interaction, every word in every email. I was running all these worst-case scenarios in my head.
You were creating so much static.
So much. I would draft these long, detailed, kind of aggressive follow-up messages. You know the type.
The just checking in email.
The just checking in email that's really dripping with anxiety.
Right.
Thankfully, I had enough awareness to delete most of them before I hit send.
But the energy was still being generated.
The energy was being generated. The mental friction was enormous.
And that always comes with a physical cost. How did it feel in your body?
Crippling. The emotional cost was this constant low-grade anxiety and this feeling of pressure. I felt like I was physically leaning forward all the time.
Trying to pull the future towards you.
Yes, trying to live like 5 steps ahead of the present moment. I was so sure that if I wasn't obsessing about steps 5, 6, and 7, then step 1 would somehow fall apart.
And we know that forward lean, that urgency, it's a classic sign of the sympathetic nervous system in overdrive. Your body is in threat mode.
It was textbook. My jaw was permanently clenched. I was grinding my teeth at night. My hands were always fidgeting, restless. And my breathing,
Shallow.
so shallow, all up in my chest. I don't think I took a real deep belly breath for weeks. It was this complete, exhausting knot of wanting something so badly.
And being terrified of losing it.
Exactly. The fear was just as strong as the desire.
And that's the energetic definition of resistance right there. You're vibrating with lack and fear while trying to receive something that exists on the frequency of flow and trust they can't meet.
And then came the moment of clarity. I was sitting at my desk one afternoon, staring at my phone, waiting for an email that wasn't even urgent. And this thought just landed so clearly in my head.
How was it?
I am choking the life out of this.
Yeah.
It was that visceral. I realized the force I was applying wasn't helping. It was strangling the whole process.
Wow. And what did you do? What did that release feel like?
It was so simple. It was almost funny. I pushed my chair back from my desk. I stood up and I took the first real deep breath I had taken all day.
Conscious breath.
A conscious breath. And I actually whispered it out loud. I said, I don't have to hold this so tightly. I trust the process. And it felt like ice melting. A quiet, gentle thaw of all that tension I'd been carrying.
So what happened next in the real world?
Within 72 hours, the entire thing unlocked. A bottleneck that had held up the contract for over a week just vanished. The person we needed to reach, who had been impossible to get a hold of, called me out of the blue.
Of course.
The project didn't move forward because of my hustle. It moved forward the moment I stopped actively blocking the flow.
And that's the lesson.
That was the lesson. Surrender isn't stepping back from your desire. It's opening up to finally receive it. It's just stopping the blockage.
That story is so important because it really gets to the heart of how we confuse action with control.
I do.
And it's why we have to be so clear about what surrender actually is. We need to just bust some of those myths right away.
The biggest one being that it's weakness, that it's giving up.
Let's be really clear. True surrender is not apathy. It's not that passive, oh, I guess it wasn't meant to be feeling.
It's not throwing your hands up in defeat.
And it is definitely not abandoning your goal. The goal is still there. The desire is still valid.
Okay, so if it's not any of those things, what is it? If we were to break it down, what are the core pillars of true energetic surrender?
I think we can look at it as 4 foundational pillars. And the first one is the absolute bedrock. It's releasing your attachment to the specific how and when.
Oof. That's the hardest one for most people.
It is. Because the mind loves a plan. It loves control. But think about it like ordering something online. You pick the item you want. That's the outcome?
Right.
You don't call the warehouse and dictate the specific truck, the specific driver, the specific route they have to take to get it to you.
No. You just trust the system to deliver it. That's a great analogy.
You trust the system. The problem isn't wanting the thing. It's being rigidly obsessed with the delivery method.
So if I'm insisting my manifestation has to look a very specific way,
You might be missing a much better, faster, easier way it's trying to get to you. The universe can see all the shortcuts and perfect alignments that our little tunnel vision minds just can't. So pillar 1 is just saying, I trust this is coming, even if it shows up in a way I could never have predicted.
okay, that makes sense. Which leads us into the second pillar.
Which is all about the body. It's relaxing the nervous system out of threat mode.
We talked about that, the physical tension, the shallow breathing.
Because you cannot be in a state of high alert, fight or flight, and be in a state of reception at the same time. They are mutually exclusive states.
Your body can't be ready to run from a tiger and also be open to receiving a gift.
It just can't. Surrender is a somatic experience. It's telling your body, you are safe, there is no threat here, That's the prerequisite. You have to feel safe to receive.
So the third pillar must be about trust then.
It is. It's trusting the universal unfolding in alignment. This is the deep spiritual part of it. It's the knowing that there's an intelligence at play that is so much bigger and wiser than your personal anxieties.
Call it whatever you want, the universe, divine timing, God.
The name doesn't matter. What matters is confronting the ego's arrogance. The ego thinks it knows best. It thinks it has to manage everything.
Right.
Trusting the unfolding means you accept that sometimes a delay or a detour is actually a strategic reroute to something even better. It's not a failure.
Okay. And the fourth pillar?
The fourth pillar is what guarantees the best possible result. It's making mental and energetic room for the most aligned path.
What does that mean exactly?
Well, often the thing we think we want, the specific job title, the specific house on that one street, it's really just a stand-in for the feeling we're chasing.
Security, love,
Yeah.
freedom.
Exactly. And true surrender says to the universe, fulfill the feeling in the most elegant and sustainable way possible, even if it looks different from my plan.
So maybe the job you were forcing wasn't the most aligned path?
Maybe it would have led to burnout in 6 months. But by surrendering, you made space for another company to offer you the same feeling of security, but with less stress and a better boss. You allow for an upgrade.
So surrender isn't passive at all. It's an active command. It's a statement.
It's the highest form of collaboration. You're saying, life, guide me, show me the best version of this. That's not weakness. That's profound wisdom.
Okay, so if that's what surrender is, let's get into the nitty-gritty of why the opposite, why forcing is such an effective way to block everything.
Yes, we need to understand the mechanism. Because forcing comes from fear, and fear creates measurable resistance. We can really break it down into 3 main ways it works against us.
Okay, what's the first one?
The first is what we can call focus narrowing. It's tunnel vision.
The anxiety tunnel.
Exactly. When your brain is so consumed by fear, the fear of not getting that one specific thing, your entire perceptual field shrinks.
Yeah.
Your brain literally stops seeing other possibilities.
It's only looking for threats to the plan or validation of the plan.
Right, and this is so bad for manifestation because the best opportunities often show up from the side, you know? They're unexpected.
So you're so focused on meeting your future business partner at this one specific conference
That you completely miss the amazing referral your friend tried to give you over coffee yesterday. Your brain just filters it out as irrelevant data because it doesn't match the rigid plan.
Rigidity equals missed opportunity. I get that.
Mm-hmm. The second block is even bigger. It's the nervous system threat. We touched on this, but let's go deeper.
The whole sympathetic nervous system thing.
Exactly. Let's talk about the science, about polyvagal theory. When you are forcing, when you're white-knuckling it, you are firing up the sympathetic branch of your nervous system.
Fight or flight.
Fight or flight. And in that state, your brain literally cannot access its higher functions. Creativity, intuition, complex problem solving, they all go offline. All your body's resources are being diverted to surviving a perceived threat.
And the threat, in this case, is just not getting what you want on your timeline.
Precisely. This is why forcing is so exhausting. You're burning through your precious survival energy on a task that isn't about survival at all.
So what does surrender do in terms of the nervous system?
Surrender activates the other pathway, the ventral vagal complex. This is the state of safety, connection, and social engagement. It's the rest and digest state.
The flow state.
It is the flow state. And when that pathway is active, you are calm, you are receptive, your intuition is online. You can perceive those subtle synchronicities.
So surrender is literally a conscious choice to switch your nervous system from threat to safety.
You're changing your internal frequency from screaming static to a crystal clear signal.
Okay, so we have focus narrowing and nervous system threat. What's the third mechanism?
The third one is about our mental bandwidth. Let's call it cognitive load and rigid attachment.
So just the mental exhaustion of it all.
Yes, but it's more than that. Cognitive science shows us that when we're stressed, our ability to solve problems plummets.
Because our brains are overloaded.
Completely overloaded. If you are rigidly attached to getting a $100,000 contract from one specific client by next Tuesday, your brain is forced to spend all its energy tracking the 50 ways that one scenario could fail.
It's just running risk assessments over and over.
And it has no bandwidth left to see the bigger picture. The universe might have been trying to send you 2 $75,000 contracts by Friday. A better outcome.
But you can't even perceive that option.
Your mental filter just deletes it because it doesn't match the rigid demand.
This is where all those spiritual teachings start to make so much scientific sense.
They align perfectly. They're all just giving us instructions on how to manage our nervous system and reduce our cognitive load.
Like Abraham Hicks talking about letting go of the oars.
That's a direct instruction to stop paddling upstream, to get out of sympathetic overdrive and into the flow.
Or Neville Goddard saying, to live in the feeling of the wish fulfilled.
Which is an explicit command to activate the ventral vagal state of safety and abundance now, which makes the ego's need to control the how totally irrelevant.
And the Taoist concept of wu wei.
Effortless action.
Yeah.
Not doing nothing, but moving with the current instead of fighting it. It all points to the same truth.
It's unavoidable, really.
Yeah.
The science and the spirit all agree. Forcing is friction. Surrender is flow.
But this brings up the most important question, the one everyone is thinking.
If I stop forcing, how do I know I'm not just being lazy? What's the line between surrender and just giving up?
That's the crucial distinction, and the difference is all in the energy. It's about the intention behind the state.
Okay, explain that.
Apathy is a low-frequency state. It's rooted in despair, in hopelessness. It's when you've actually given up on the desire itself.
Feels heavy. Defeated.
Exactly. But true surrender is a high-frequency state. It's rooted in active trust and optimistic expectation.
Can you give us an example?
Okay, say you're looking for a job. Apathy sounds like this. I applied for one job. I didn't get it, so I'm just giving up. My career is over. The energy is defeat.
Right.
Surrender sounds like this. I applied for that one job, and I've done my part. Now I'm releasing my intense attachment to that specific job because I trust that the most aligned opportunity for me is unfolding, whether it's at that company or an even better one I don't know about yet.
The energy is completely different. It's light. It's open.
It's the difference between resigning from the desire itself and just relaxing your grip on the delivery method.
You're not stopping the process. You're just removing the friction so your past actions can finally catch up.
And that's the whole game.
So knowing all this intellectually is one thing.
But embodying it is something else entirely. We need to move this from a concept in the mind into the muscle memory of the body.
So we'd like to invite you now to participate with us. If you can, just settle in. Maybe shift how you're sitting and get ready to actually practice this.
We're going to do 3 short, powerful exercises to shift your state right now.
The first one we call the open hand check.
Our hands are incredible indicators of our energetic state. They often tell the truth about how much we're controlling long before our mind will admit it.
So right now, take a look at your hands. Or if you can't look, just bring your awareness to them.
What are they doing? Are they curled into a fist? Are your fingers a little tense? Are you gripping your phone or a pen way tighter than you need to?
This isn't about judging yourself. It's just gentle observation. Look at that. I'm in effort mode.
Okay. Now, very gently, and the key word is gently, uncurl your fingers.
Soften your palms. Just let your hands open slightly, like they're taking a little breath of their own.
Feel that tiny shift. And now let's guide that feeling of release upward. Feel it move from your fingertips.
Through your wrists and into your forearms. Let go of any stiffness there.
Let it flow into your elbows, and then, this is a big one, into your shoulders. Feel your shoulders just drop.
Let that wave of relaxation move up into your jaw. Unclench your teeth. Soften the muscles around your mouth and your eyes.
This one tiny physical gesture sends a massive signal to your nervous system.
It says, I am safe, I am open, I am allowing.
Let's anchor that feeling. Just take one full, slow, deep breath in and out.
Practice 2. This is a visualization to help you feel the real physical difference between these two states.
It's called the 2-path visualization. If you're in a place where it's safe, just gently close your eyes or soften your gaze.
Let's start with path 1, the forced path.
I want you to imagine you're walking down a hallway, but this hallway is really narrow. The walls feel like they're closing in.
The air is stale, the light is dim, it feels oppressive and constricting.
And you are carrying a heavy weight, a heavy backpack, maybe things in your arms. This weight is all your fear, the burden of your timeline, the anxiety of constant checking.
Now, notice your body in this hallway. Feel your shoulders tensing up under the weight. Feel the strain in your back.
Notice how your breath is shallow and quick. Feel the work it takes just to put one foot in front of the other. Feel that sensation of contraction.
This is the energy of forcing.
Okay. Take a slow breath into that feeling of exhaustion. And on the exhale, just let the whole image dissolve. Drop the heavy bag, let it go.
And now, let's step onto path 2. The allowed path.
You're now standing in a wide open field. The air is fresh. The sky above you is vast and bright and spacious.
And ahead of you, a path appears. It's not a rigid, demanding road. It's a gentle, bright trail that's inviting you forward.
You still know where you're going, but you're not dragging the destination with you.
Notice your body here. Your shoulders are relaxed, your breath is deep and easy, you feel light.
You feel supported, there's a sense of relief, a quiet certainty that you're being guided.
This is the energy of allowing.
Of spaciousness.
So just take a moment on this path and ask yourself, which path have I been walking today? And which path am I willing to choose right now?
Breathe deeply into that feeling of the open path. Let that feeling of spaciousness fill your body.
When you're ready, you can gently bring your awareness back.
Our third tool is for reprogramming the mind. We're going to use surrender statements.
These are energetic commands to replace the old narrative of resistance.
We'll say a few, and I invite you to repeat the one that resonates the most with you, either out loud or just in your mind. Let its truth wash over you.
I release the how and when.
I trust the timing of my life.
I am open to aligned outcomes.
I soften my grip and let the wisdom unfold.
I don't hold the river. I let it carry me.
Just take a moment. Find the one that feels like the biggest relief to your nervous system.
That's your mantra. That's your anchor for this season of allowing.
And the more you use these tools, the more you practice, the more your default state will shift from forcing to flowing.
Now that we've felt that release, we can shift into what we call manifestation debug mode.
I like that. It's like running a diagnostic.
Exactly. It's the process of gently clearing out the static, the fear, the old habits of gripping.
And this is not about judging yourself. It's a vibrational tune-up. It's about clear, honest introspection to see where your energy is getting stuck in control.
So just take another slow breath and ground yourself right here, right now.
Let's start by just recognizing the signals. First, the physical ones. Forcing always shows up in the body first.
So do a quick scan. Is your breath shallow and high in your chest right now?
Where's the tension? Check your jaw, your shoulders, the pit of your stomach. Is there a knot anywhere, a tightness?
That tightness is the friction.
Now let's scan your mental and emotional state. Is your mind looping, replaying the same worry over and over again?
Is there a feeling of urgency about the timeline? A belief that if it doesn't happen now, it's a catastrophe?
And this is the big one. Are you secretly afraid that if you stop pushing, the whole thing will just fall apart?
That fear right there, that's the signal. Just locate the tension, name it softly to yourself. Ah, there's the contraction.
And now, let's feel the contrast. Let's feel the opposite state, the signs of surrender.
What happens in your body when you just think about letting go?
Your breath probably deepens just naturally. Your shoulders might drop.
You feel a sense of quiet optimism. A spaciousness opens up around the situation.
Your mind feels open to different possibilities, not just that one rigid outcome.
There's an emotional relief, a sense that things are being handled.
Just notice that contrast, contraction versus expansion. The act of noticing it is already a release. Just breathe into whichever part of you feels more open.
Okay, now we move into the inquiry. These questions are designed to gently dig up the root of the fear.
And we'll take them slow. Don't try to think your way to the answer. Just let the feeling, the knowing, rise up.
Question 1, where am I gripping right now? Be specific. Pinpoint the tightest area in your life.
Is it money, a relationship, a health concern, a project timeline?
Just name it. I am gripping the timeline of my house sale. I am gripping the need for this person to apologize. Acknowledge it. No judgment.
Okay, question 2. What fear is underneath the pressure? This is the core of it. We grip because we're afraid.
So ask yourself gently, what am I truly afraid will happen if this doesn't go exactly my way?
Am I afraid of feeling like a failure? Afraid of being alone? Or afraid of not having enough? What's the story I'm telling myself about my own worth if this fails?
Just breathe into the honesty of that fear. It's okay, we all have it.
No. Question 3. What becomes possible if I stop controlling this? Imagine you loosen your grip by, say, 75%. You haven't dropped it, you've just softened.
What new ideas, what new pathways could suddenly become visible? What help could show up that you've been blocking by insisting on doing it all yourself?
What if a different timing would actually lead to a much, much better result? Feel into the expansion that's possible when you create a little space.
And finally, question 4. What would trust feel like in my body right now?
Trust isn't an idea, it's a physical feeling. When you imagine truly deeply trusting the process of your life, where does your body soften?
Is it your chest, your belly, your shoulders? Find that sensation of trust.
And just let that feeling of softening spread.
In this moment, you're not trying to fix anything. You're just creating space. And space is where creation happens.
And now that you've created that space, you are ready to anchor this new energy deep into your system.
We've located the grip, we've named the fear, and we felt the possibility of release. Now we make it permanent.
So we're going to move into our final deep dive visualization. And remember, there's no way to do this wrong. Just allow the feelings and images to come.
If you're able, gently close your eyes now, or just soften your gaze and turn your awareness inward.
Let's begin with the breath. A slow inhale through your nose for a count of 4.
And a longer, softer exhale through your mouth for a count of 6. Just let the breath settle you.
And now, imagine you're standing in that quiet, peaceful, inner winter landscape again. A place of total safety and stillness.
See your landscape. The snow-dusted forest, the still lake. Feel the profound quiet here. Nothing is in a hurry.
You might feel a cool air, but you are wrapped in a warm, heavy cloak. You are completely safe and supported. Just arrive here.
Now, in this peaceful place, look down at your hands.
They are still gripping that object, the object that represents the outcome you've been trying to force.
For you, it might be a heavy stone, a tangle of string, a glowing orb of tension.
Feel its weight. Feel the effort it takes to hold on so tightly. Feel that tension in your arms, your shoulders, your chest.
Now, take a slow breath in.
And as you breathe out, just consciously soften your grip by about 10%. Just a tiny release. Feel the immediate relief from that small opening.
With each exhale, you're going to release a little more.
Inhale. And on the exhale, release another 20%. Feel your fingers uncurl.
Inhale. And on the exhale, let your forearms go soft. Let the tension drain out of your shoulders.
And as you do this, notice the object in your hands is getting lighter. Its sharp edges are softening. Any dark energy is just lifting off it like steam into the clear sky.
Remember, you're not releasing the desire, you're just releasing the strain.
And when you're ready, slowly open your hands all the way, palms facing up.
The object, your desire, now light and soft, is just resting gently in your open palms. You're presenting it, not wrestling with it. And silently, say these words, I release the how and when.
I trust the timing of my life. I am open to aligned outcomes.
And as you say this, imagine a warm, brilliant, soft light begins to surround your hands and the desire they hold. This is the light of support, of wisdom. It's meeting you.
You don't have to figure it out anymore. You're just allowing yourself to be met.
Now lift your gaze from your hands and look out into your landscape.
A path begins to appear before you. It's soft, organic, inviting. It's not demanding that you run, it's inviting you to walk with it.
Feel how different this is from that narrow, dark, forced hallway from before. This is the path of allowance.
So, holding your hands open with your light and desire, take one gentle step forward onto the path.
With that step, you're making a declaration. You're saying, I'm available, I'm receptive, I'm willing to walk with this, not drag it.
Take another easy step. And another. Each one feels supported and unhurried.
And as you walk, notice that you can see the path clearly for a little ways ahead, but then it disappears around a bend.
You can't see the whole map. You don't need to. You only need to see the next step. This is what trust feels like in action.
So affirm this to yourself. I don't have to know every detail to be on my way. I am guided. I am supported.
And now, in your mind's eye, just place a hand over your heart. Feel the warmth there.
And freeze this moment. Anchor this feeling. Standing on the path, hands open, heart soft, breath steady. This is your new reference point for surrender and support.
Take one last slow breath in and a long, full breath out. Letting this state sink deep into your body, into your cells.
And when you're ready, you can gently bring your awareness back to the room. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes. And slowly open your eyes.
Just take a moment as we transition out of that and just notice how you feel, the residue of that state. Deeper breath maybe, softer shoulders. That's the feeling of surrender.
So to just quickly recap our deep dive today, we started by reframing this idea of winter as a necessary inner season of release.
We challenge that cultural story that says effort is always the answer.
We laid out the 4 pillars of active surrender. Releasing the how and when, relaxing the nervous system, trusting the unfolding, and making room for a better path.
And we really dug into the mechanics of why forcing creates such a blockage, how it triggers the sympathetic nervous system and creates tunnel vision, something confirmed by both science and spiritual wisdom.
Then we moved into the practical tools. The open hand check, the 2-path visualization, the surrender statements.
And finally, through the debug mode and that visualization, you located your own grip, you named the fear beneath it, and you anchored the feeling of walking on that guided path.
Everything we've covered today, really, it all points to one central truth.
Your desire is already on its way to you. Your only job is to stop holding it so tightly that you block its arrival.
So if you take just one thing away from our time together today, let it be this.
Surrender is not giving up on your dream. It is releasing the resistance so your dream can finally find you.
It doesn't weaken the manifestation. It frees it. And more than anything, it frees you.
So as we close out, we want to give you a very simple practice for this week.
Just choose one small thing today, one tiny moment, a conversation you're worried about, a deadline, and consciously practice surrender with it.
It could be as simple as just taking a breath and dropping your shoulders, or saying out loud, I trust the timing of my life.
And over the next week, try to notice one specific instance where allowing something to unfold instead of pushing it felt just 5% better, just a little lighter.
Use that as your proof, your evidence that trust is a more efficient energy than force.
Next time, we're going to build on this. We're going to dive deep into the intelligence of divine timing and how to recognize when the universe is giving you a green light.
Thank you so much for being here with us in this quiet, powerful energy.
As you go about your day, may your hands stay open, may your breath stay soft, and may your trust in the process deepen.
And please remember this. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are unfolding.
Beautifully, naturally, and in perfect time.
Your only job is to allow it. Life is already reaching for you.
Until next time.